Okay, this is a video on how to remove ball joints on a 2008 Dodge Neon. So first you need to take the strut off right here, which these two bolts. These have splines on them, on these bolts here, and these are I don't know what they are. Yeah, yes I do. They're 13/16. You need to take those two off, which are these two here, right here. And then you need to take the axle nut off with the spring washer and the nut and the cotter pin. You need to remove the bolt here in the center, which is this one right here that goes through here, which is this one. It goes right through here. There's a little notch right here. With your new ball joints, you get new bolts. You need to remove the 3 bolts on top of the strut, which are those two, and there's another one on the other side. You need to put the brake caliper on a jack stand or hold it up so it doesn't kink the hose here. Hold the axle, the CV joint. No, it's not a CV. It is an axle with some wire. You can just let that hang over there. And you need to take a flathead screwdriver and go right up underneath this here and pop that off, just like that. It's just the boot that covers it. Now, if you don't have the tool, like I don't have the tool, you need to cut this off right here with an angle grinder, and then you can press it out. Yeah, so if you have the tool to do that, you can just put the tool right here on this lip and then press that out all the way around. These do have grease strokes on the bottom. They have been greased, it looks like. So yeah, let me pause and I will get this ball joint cut and out, and then I'll come back and show you how to reinstall the ball joint. Okay, so I just cut the, I don't know what you call that. I just cut this little piece off here. It's still hot because I just cut it off. Now I'm going to get the ball joint removal and install tool, and I'll show you what to use and how to use it. Okay, so as you probably have already guessed, an impact will be great for this. So you're going to use this piece here and put this on top of the ball joint like that. And then you're going to take this, which will capture the ball joint underneath, just like that. Yeah, and then you're going to put this in between with the threaded rod on top, pushing down. Well, it really depends. No, this is, yeah, never mind. Yeah, you need to press down on this. So let me get that out and I'll show you how to reinstall it. Okay, this is how it's going to look. And I know this isn't straight here, but you kind of get the idea of what it's going to look like. And then you put the impact right here and zip it down and it'll pop right out. And then everything will fall apart. Alright, so I just got the ball joint out. Let me go get the new one and we'll press it in. And you need to clean up the hole before you press the new one in. Alright, so when you get your new ball joint, if you get them from Rock Auto anyway, you get your new ball joint with your new boot. You get your, dang, what are these called? I'll think about it. You get your new bolt and your grease zerk. I'm stumped on that. Snap ring, that's what it is. Alright, so you're going to take your boot off. There's going to be grease in here. Don't do that. You don't want to do that, like what I just did. You don't want to let it roll over because dirt will get in there. So let me... Alright, so this is how it's going to go in there. You're going to take the same cap that you took it off on the top. You're going to put it upside down so the cup is facing up. Just remember that, cup face up. And you're going to put the ball joint in just like that. And then you're going to take... no, you're not going to take this piece. Hold on. You're going to take this piece, the one that has the socket in it for the threaded end right here, and you're going to put that on top of the ball joint like that, in between the control arm and the lower cup. So this is going to go on top like that. The ball joint's going to go underneath, and the cup is going to go underneath. Then you're going to put the threaded rod again on top, pushing it up So let me do that and show you what it looks like. Okay, my mistake. If your C-clamp here is not big enough, you can't use this. You're just going to have to put the ball joint in here and press up on this. So let me do that real quick. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like. I've already started pushing it in just so it can sit here. You got your big cup here. Move my hand out of the way. You got your big cup here with the divot in it that is for the threaded rod part. And then you have the bottom of the C-clamp just on the bottom of the ball joint. This cup is not in there. It wouldn't fit. So you just run that down with your impact right here and until it seats. And you can tell when it's seated, you just wait until the threads on the threaded rod stop spinning and you're good to go. So let me... Alright, so now all I need to do is take the snap ring right here and throw it on like that and you're done. No, I'm kidding, don't do that. You need some snap ring pliers and make sure it seats down in that groove right there. And then after that, you take this boot, slip it on like that, and you take the the ball joint installer you just took, and take that and you hit it with a hammer and you knock that seal down on there because there's a little bit of ring in there. Alright, so let me get the snap ring and that boot on and I'll come back. Alright, and just like that, the boot and snap ring are installed. And if you're wondering why these ball joints have, sorry if the video's shaking, I need some sugar. If, while these ball joints have a hex head on them, that's so you can clock them, because you have to put the new bolt through it like that, because there's a little notch on the ball joint back here. You can actually feel it right there. Well, I can anyway, you can't. And also is a good time to put grease on your axle shaft, axle splines, and make sure you have a good bearing in there. Brake pads, that's another good thing to check. Bushings, your sway bar bushings, steering, tie rod ends. I mean, while you're down here, you might as well check everything while you have it all apart. I mean, that's always a good idea. Grease everything. Yeah. This car needs some new brake pads and rotors, but I'll have to get with the customer before I do that. I'm also replacing struts. That'll be another video on how to replace struts on a 2008 Neon. So let me get the knuckle back on with the bolt and I'll come back. And I'll also put the axle in, which is because you got to do both. You got to do them both at the same time. Alright, so right now I just have it sitting there. You're going to have to hit a hammer on top of the strut mount on the knuckle to get it to seat on the ball joint. Yeah, I'll see if I can get you to, if I can show you this. I don't know if you can see that right there, but the little blob right there is the key on the ball joint. You need to knock it down so the bolt will go through there. So let me do that and I will be back. Alright, I got the bolt installed, the grease zerk, the snap ring, the boot, the axle is in. You need to put the axle nut on, the strut. I need to replace the shock and the strut assembly. Brake needs to go back on, rotor needs to go back on, wheel needs to go back on, and you are done. It's not hard. It's really easy if you have the right tools. So let me get all this wrapped up and I'll be back. Alright, I got the axle nut on, the thing, and always use a new cotter pin. So let me go do that and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm over here on the other side, which is already completed. I only have 10 minutes on my phone for 4K, so I got to do this pretty quick. So I can only make a 10-minute video, and I got 40 seconds. So all you have to do, well, I'll show you how to put it all back together in the strut video, which I'll be uploading today, along with the ball joint video. So thank you for watching.